Are you ready to get going, or do you want to wait a minute?
Whenever you are.
Okay,
I mean, we
guys.
can wait a few more minutes, but if you want to go, we can go.
Okay, let's go straight into it. Okay, so my name's Katie. I'm here from House of Crypto with Warren Musser from Rickmortydoxx. So first of all, let's jump straight in there. Can you tell us, Warren, a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm 37 years old. I'm a husband and a father of three beautiful girls. And my mission is to set them up for life because, I had a great childhood. We had everything that we ever wanted. And I want my kids to have the same. So I started my my adulthood as a firefighter paramedic with Monroe County Fire Rescue. Worked there for about 4 years. While I was working there, I put myself back through school, got my nursing degree, my bachelor's in nursing. I left the fire department, worked in Cleveland Clinic, Florida, in the ICU for about another 4 years. I went back to school again for my master's in certified registered nurse anesthetist. Second semester, I just burned out and I just had to take a break. So I quit and I took a few months off to reflect. I had just refinanced on my house, so we had some money. And then I started my business in December of 2017. It's a marketing company and we've been doing very well. Then 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago, we launched this coin. So,
That's incredible. So a very varied journey so far.
Yeah.
Okay, so when and why did you originally get into crypto?
I got into crypto last January. Last January, I got into crypto, and then during the pandemic is when I got into it deeper, doing a lot of like the whole Robinhood stuff, and then I switched to Coinbase like most people, and then after Coinbase, I got more into the altcoins and MetaMask and all that stuff, my cold storage wallets, and having more control over my my tokens. And then I got into NFTs pretty heavily about 7 months ago. Yeah, 6 or 7 months ago, I got into NFTs pretty heavily. And so from there, I've always had this this vision, it's so hard to explain. It's always something that I knew cryptocurrency is going to be the future. Everything is going to be on the blockchain. It makes no sense to not adopt it. So I always thought about, having, creating something on the blockchain, just never knew what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I guess now we know.
Okay, amazing. So what was the original motivation behind this specific project?
The original motivation. Okay. So I have, so my company, it's called the Solution HQ. You can Google us. We have about 9 employees, and one of our guys a couple months ago started learning blockchain coding. He was, every day he would stay at the office until like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And I was just very impressed by his motivation. And he actually started out with us as an intern, an unpaid intern at that. And he just blew me away. I mean, when you see someone with that much passion, you just you gravitate towards them, Yeah. So I would talk to him all the time, and, he actually got a job as a blockchain developer. And, I told him he wanted to stay with us part-time. I said, listen, man, you got to focus on your career 100%. I don't want you sidetracked with our business. I want you to focus on that. And you can stay in it and you can continue to use our office at any time, but I want to see you succeed in this. And I was talking to him and I was like, there has to be a way that we can incorporate, blockchain into the business, marketing business, but it's one of those things that it's not exactly, feasible at this moment. So, so basically it was during the Rick and Morty version 1 that, that was like the 5th rug pull I was involved in that, you know, that impacted me financially. Like, and it just hurts, you know, every single, like, it just blows my mind that there's people out there that, I'm sorry, hold on one second.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you guys can see that this is actually live. Oh my God. Hey, come on.
Hello?
Sorry.
Hey, good man. I'm good. How are you?
So basically, it was.
What's the best time to pass by today?
Are you able to?
Sorry. All right. So it was the version 1 rug pull, and I mean, I lost maybe about 13,000 in that rug pull, and that was like the 5th
that was a
one.
hit to take.
Yeah, and it's just I can't believe how many people are out there that are just, you know, willing to just scam people out of everything, you know. And after that rug pull, there was a version 2, and I was in the chat and with one of the original guys from version 1, and I was like, hey guys, listen, I own a marketing company. I know what it takes to, you know, get a coin to, you know, to get adopted, you know, by, you know, the cryptoverse. And and I told him, you know, I laid out these steps, and he was just like, you know, oh, cool, man, awesome, welcome to the team. And then it got to the point where he wasn't going to make me even an admin in the chat, even after I doxed myself live on my on camera with my entire company and my name plaque on my desk and everything. And at that point, I was like, you know what, these guys are going to rug again.
Yeah.
So I reached out to a few of the guys in the chat, like a few of the guys that supported me, and you know, what my vision was for that token. And he goes, so like, I reached out, it was like basically networking. So we reached out to a couple of guys, and I was like, guys, let's just start our own token. Let's do the same thing, but let's be 100% transparent, 100% docs. Let's make it as rug proof as possible. And that's what we did. I mean, we have everyone on our team. There's a seven signature wallet on all the wallets. There's the operations wallet, the team's wallet, and the liquidity. All of it requires a 5 out of 7 multi-sig, and everyone is doxed. So there's no one that's going to go and, you know, run afoul with the money. Like, that's not what we're trying to do. And I am not doing this to get rich. I am doing this because I care about the crypto world, and I care about, you know, the investors and the trust that they're putting into us. So that is the catalyst that led to Rickmortydoxx, the version 1 rug pull. And then funny enough, version 2 rugged less than 12 hours after launch. And I knew it was going to happen, but they banned every person in that chat who asked them about doxing, who asked them about the other token. They just banned them. They weren't allowing anyone to speak freely. So that was, you know, how it started.
Okay, amazing. So, you know, a cool story behind kind of why you all came together to start this. I mean, you've kind of already covered this, but what makes Rickmortydoxx stand out from the rest, I guess, other than the team?
I'll tell you one thing. Every token I've been in, the same question: when marketing, when moon, when land. You know, we are utilizing our marketing wallet to the fullest extent. I mean, last night I was up until 3 a.m. You know, just, you know, hammering stuff out, you know, working on things, you know, working on the connecting with you for this AMA. And I appreciate you doing this for us on such short notice. I mean, that means the world to me. It's one of those, what's going to set us apart is that we've been doxed from day one. I honestly believe we are the only and the first token that has been doxed since launch. And prove me, I mean, if I'm wrong, you know, prove other, like, you know, tell me. But I really believe that we are the first dox team from the start. I also believe that we have a really good team. Every single person on our team was a victim of the V1 rug pull. So we all have motivation to, you know, to bring this to the next level. Also, we have a relief fund set up. a 1% relief fund that's in the operations wallet to go to victims of the rug pulls, victims of scams and stuff like that. And it's going to be, distributed not to make them whole, but just to kind of give them a little bit something back, maybe a little hope,
Yeah.
And we already did airdrop the version 1, 10% of their holdings because we hit the 20 million market cap.
Oh, nice.
Within, I think we hit the 20 million after day 3. So we airdropped them 10% in tokens, not to do the 100% because we didn't want to do a whole drop, like a massive sell-off. So what we're doing is we're doing it in tiers. Every 10 million market cap we hit, we airdrop another 10%. And if they sell any of their airdrops, they don't get any more. So it encourages the hodling. It encourages the people to, care about our token and our community. And we have some really, really strong hodlers on our team. So I think that's what sets us apart.
Okay, amazing. And I think maybe you've actually just answered this question, but more for the investors and buyers, how does it benefit them to hold on to the coins?
Because okay. So we have 7% reflections. And if anyone knows anything about reflections, when you have a large market cap and you have a lot of, daily volume and a lot of buys and sells and transfers, those reflections add up, and that can be someone's salary for the week, someone's salary for the year, someone's salary for someone's kid's school fund, college fund or whatever. That is what is important about this. This is not a pump and dump. This is 100% a real deal, and we are working hard on getting the NFTs up and running and doing a lot of other things in the works.
Amazing. So going on to kind of short-term growth, where do you see Rickmortydoxx within the next 30 days or so?
30 days, easily over 100 million market cap. I honestly believe our NFTs will, I don't want to say this, but because I don't like to say things that we don't deliver on, but I'll say I'm hoping that the NFTs will be ready within the next 30 days. And we are going to give our holders, however many there are. Right now, I think we're close to 1,000 holders. But whenever whenever they're ready, every holder will get a mint pass and they'll be able to mint their NFT.
Amazing.
And we're also working on an anime wallet and some other things like a swap, but I don't want to get too much into that yet because we're focusing on the NFTs right now. But yeah.
Okay, so possibly maybe past the NFTs, what's your maybe overall vision for Rickmortydoxx long term?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. So long term, I honestly want to change the crypto space because when we launched, my DMs were flooded by every scammer with an internet connection. It was just like, hey, send me 1 BNB, send me tokens, send me pay 1 ETH or half an ETH for AMA or a YouTube or a shout out. No. You see, 99% of those are scams. And it's so hard to tell the real from the fake unless you do some due diligence. So what we want to do is we want to set a precedent. We want to say, hey guys, and I'm not saying this about every crypto because there's a lot of good cryptos, a lot of good tokens and coins out there that are not doxed. So I'm not trying to, harp on anyone that already has a token. But what I want to say is that for these new tokens, like the baby Trumps and like the baby Rick and Morty that rug pulled as well, I want the investors to know that if you look into their contract and if you look into the team and you don't see that the team is transparent, if you don't see that the team is doxed, at least the head or the wallet holders or the key signatures, and if there's no multi-sig, that is one of the things that I want to do because right now, I'm sure you can agree, Katie, like the crypto space is very seedy, unregulated.
Oh yeah, it's very spammy as well.
Exactly. It's one of those things that's just like, you don't know which way to turn. Every way you turn, your wallet's going to get taken. You're scared to share your wallet because you're afraid someone's going to hack it. It shouldn't be like that. It doesn't happen in the banking system as often, but it happens out here, like, you know, on the regular, and we want to change that. We're trying to start, I guess, a revolution or something. Not really a revolution, but I think you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, so kind of talking about trust then, how do you see the rug pull relief fund being used?
Well, as what we're going to do is when we hit the 100 million market cap is when we're going to start deploying it. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our website's being revamped. Once that's done, we're going to have a form on there where they can put in their wallet address, the name of the token, and you know, any other details that they want. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the community vote every month on which token rug pull, because there's so many, they happen on the daily, on which token that they want to assist with the relief fund. And at 1%, about 100 million market cap, that's going to be substantial. Yeah. So there's going to be money there to help people, not make them whole, because we can't, you know, fix anyone that lost 150,000 in a rug pull or 200,000 in a rug pull, you know, or even maybe $20,000 in a rug pull. It's impossible to make everyone whole, but what we can do is we can help, you know, like, you know, spread it out, you know, to every holder, equal or proportionate share of that relief fund to, you know, give them some sort of like, you know, thank you, you know, like some sort of like relief.
Okay. And is there anything that you would like to say to those actively rug pulling today?
Coming for you.
Fair enough.
No, I really don't. I want to know how they sleep at night, honestly, because, you know, these investors, they're trusting us. They're trusting basically, you know, like our team with their investment. That's a lot of money. I mean, we have, you know, a substantial amount of money in our wallets, and like, I am so grateful that these guys are like, that these people are so, that they believe in us so much, because, you know, we're really trying to make a difference, honestly. Yeah, so sorry.
Fair enough. And I guess in a sense, you can look back and think, you know, as much as what you guys have all been through, it's great that it's pulled you all together to create this project. And now you are able to help those, you know, who have been through the same thing.
Yeah. Every person on our team has been rug pulled at least once. And we all were rug pulled at the same time on the last one, so. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the benefit of diamond handling in this project, and what are the future plans for Rickmortydoxx project?
So the diamond handling, that's about the reflections. You know, 7% goes a long way. So if they hodl, they will not only increase their bag, but they'll increase their, you know, their dollar amount or whatever. As well as, you know, if they hold on to their airdrops, they're going to continue to get the airdrops until they're at 100%, at 100 million market cap. And if they hold, they will also be able to get their NFTs. So that's another big thing. And I'm sorry, what was the other part of the question?
Future plans. I mean, we've already kind of.
So the future plans, we're doing the NFTs, and we have a really good graphic designer working on it right now. There's going to be 150 hand-drawn attributes, and they're going to be randomly done, you know, on Mint. Yeah. There's going to be, you know, it's going to have like the rarity thing, but what we're also doing is we're working on a wallet for these coins, and there's going to be a NFT platform we're working on as well that you're going to get to through the wallet. So there's a lot of things in the works.
Amazing. And do you have any idea of when you'll be available on more user-friendly platforms such as Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin?
Well, Coinbase, KuCoin hasn't reached out to us yet. I mean, as soon as they do, I mean, listen, we're trying to get on Shiba Swap. We're trying to get on FEG. We're trying to get on. There was a couple others. I can't remember them off the top of my head. But yeah,
Cytomask.
There you go, and Cytomask. Yeah, I believe we're green lighted for that, if I'm not mistaken. but yeah, I just need to fill out the paperwork for that. And then that's going to be good. As soon as they're launching, we're going to probably be on their platform as well. And that's going to be very user friendly. So very excited about that.
Okay, amazing. So what is next for you on you guys, maybe your team, on your professional journey?
No idea. Honestly, like this has honestly happened so fast. Like we hit 56 million market cap about 3 nights ago. You know, I slept through it. I had no idea we hit it until the next morning. I looked at the chart and I was just like, whoa. You know, basically every member of our team became a paper millionaire for a brief minute, but I slept through it. So it's one of those things that, you know, honestly, I really don't know. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what this is going to open up for us, but whatever it is, I'm going to take it, you know, and I won't squander any opportunity is what I'm going to say.
Okay, amazing. So, I mean, this is my last question, actually. If there is one thing that you could tell someone who is just getting into crypto, what would it be?
Don't give out your seed.
Okay.
100%. Because I'll tell you what, about 8 months ago, I was, you know, just getting into the altcoins, and there was a wallet I downloaded. I won't say the name. And I looked on their support because I was trying to buy some more Ethereum. And, you know, all these wallets have their maxes, and it's just so annoying and complicated to get the money to buy tokens. So I went on their Discord and I got messaged by a support mod. And he sent me a link. And I clicked the link, and it was like the Wallet Connect, MetaMask Connect, and all that stuff. So I did the Wallet Connect, and then it told me to pick the wallet, and it asked for the seed phrase. And me being, you know, new and like, you know, new to owning my own like cryptocurrency and not having Coinbase, it was foolish on my part, but I put it in, and within 30 seconds they drained like 16,000 from my wallet. And that my kids ran upstairs when they heard me screaming and like punching the floor. And I was just like, I was just like devastated. It was, after that, it was like all these rug pulls just kind of like were just numbing at that point. It was, you know, and I think I'm just numb to it at this point. But that's why we're trying to do this. We're trying to make, you know, people more aware, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's great. And obviously it's it's an unregulated industry that it's, you know, it's difficult, and it's a hard hit to take when you have a loss of something like that, because there's no one you can go to. So, you know, it is all based on trust essentially. And I think it's great that you guys are coming forward with so much trust in your community.
Thank you.
But I mean, that's all my questions from me, unless you guys have kind of got anything else, any other questions or anything else that you'd like to kind of say before we wrap this up.
Let's see. Do we have any questions from the audience?
Hey guys, this is David Carverline. I'm part of the dev team and was on standby to see if we had any questions. I asked everybody if they had any to address them with a VC colon. Unfortunately, no one has. And I apologize. I have my own dog in the background, and it's not as fluffy as Warren's and easy to get along with. So I'm, you know, I think a lot of people are very excited that we're doing this. I'll say part of my professional ambitions going forward, and God bless my team. I love them to death. It's actually nice to be working with people who are smarter than me for a change. I'm a lawyer. It's been very fun and difficult at times, but you know, I'm a very aggressive, ambitious person, and my team thankfully has been able to get me to slow down, because we have to do this smart. And I'm the type of person who's like, I don't want to say, you know, jumps out there, but I was starting to, because I got so excited and motivated by this project that I wanted to take on the world. Yeah. And I've been publishing on medium.com. I wrote The Finite Curve of Doxx Domination. a reference back to the show, but really pushing the idea and concept that we want to make it the cultural norm in cryptocurrency that developers are very transparent, that at least some of them are, known to the public. Because, and this was a comment Warren made in a VC the other day ago, to his credit, was, we have learned so much by doing this. There is no way one person is ever truly running one of these projects. No way could one developer do this properly and make it work. So that to me tells me, when there's only one developer on a project, be very suspicious. Because we have 7 very educated, very motivated people, plus consultants and people helping us. And it's been a learning curve. And I think we're really coming out of it very strongly. So I'm keeping an eye. A lot of people are just participating with the shilling right now. But that's been some of what I wanted to contribute to this, because I love Warren to death. I think I'm Cicero. Warren's marketing and business. I want to stand in the square and preach all the goodness. Warren makes people who are not the big, makes people more comfortable at times. I get people excited. Warren makes people comfortable. We play off each other very well that way. So that was kind of my contribution at the end of it. I mean, I have big dreams and hopefully we'll get there, but we got a lot of small steps in the meantime to prove that we're not only a feasible project, but we're a trustworthy project. Yeah. And on top of our nearly daily VCs, video chats with our team, our people, we take in a lot of suggestions, and we're making a lot of considerations as to doing charity even out of our own pockets, and having people participate worldwide, because we do want to be accessible to the world, by the world. So I'll stop making Warren nervous now.
Not making me nervous, brother. That was really good. I appreciate you.
All right. I'll keep a look on the chat and take off my video.
No, that's incredible. And I can definitely feel the passion from both of you, the way that you both talk about the project, which I think is great.
Yeah, there's a lot of passion in here. And there's a lot of, this is the first time I've, this is probably the first time I've ever felt comfortable in my, in what I'm doing. This is like, I feel like we're doing the right thing, honestly. And everyone that's invested in us in the past, present, and the future, I want to let you guys know we appreciate it, and your funds are going to be safe. If not, they're going to 10x, 100x, 1000x. We don't know. But what we're going to do is we're going to make sure your money is protected at all costs. That's why we've implemented these security measures. And we also have Haas, one of our devs who's working on the infrastructure, actually created hey, Haas, can you talk about the work orders?
Yeah, so one problem we were having is a lot of the people that we work with, they're not doxed. So one thing we're trying to do that's different, we're trying to get into doxing them, creating some paperwork beside the Etherscan transactions. So one thing we're gonna be doing is, when someone provides a service to us, we're gonna try to issue a purchase order detailing what they're providing and who they are, and as much as we can or they're willing to provide. And having some kind of a paper trail, when people ask about that transaction, we show them, yes, we had an agreement with this person and that's the purchase order, that's what we agreed on. And we started to, we're gonna take it to another level where it's kind of some kind of a service level agreement where we define exactly what they're doing to us, like what service they're providing. We're not there, but the purchase order we just implemented, War started to use it a lot, and it has 3 approvals. So beside, like, not only we have the multi-sig, before we issue a purchase order, 3 people gonna approve it, then then we will approve money to be spent, then we have the multi-sig, then money is spent. So we're doing a lot of due diligence. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a very hard environment. War trusts people a lot. I'm the guy who's like, I'm very skeptical about everyone I talk to. So kind of balance that out at the end. But it's very tough environment. 90% of the people you work with, you don't know who they are. They don't have like a website. They don't know like, so I'm trying to change that. So yes, like we can speak all day about we're gonna change the world, but we're doing like small steps in the back end, and we're trying to work with all the decent people, and maybe in the future we can say those are the people that are legit and you can work with.
That's incredible. And, you know, it's the smaller steps like that that make such a difference, because, you know, I've not seen any other projects provide that kind of transparency.
Yes, and it's been a very hard journey. We're learning every day. Every day something happens. We implement more due diligence, more mechanism, more controls. It slows us down, but it's the best for everyone going forward.
Yeah, and the reason why he was saying that I was using the purchase orders a lot is because I'm utilizing that marketing wallet like it's nothing. I mean, we already have advertising on DEX tools. You know, we have a lot of things in the works. You know, we've made some really good partnerships with some really big guys in crypto, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but you know Saitama. We have a lot of big Saitama guys in our token, and we also have a lot of them working alongside us.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're hoping for, you know, to make everyone very happy in the next couple of months, in the next several years as well, because this isn't going to be a short-term project. This is going to be, you know, years.
Incredible. Does anyone else have any kind of questions or comments?
Yeah, there's someone raising their hand. Let me see.
Actually,
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I love your project and everything, but I had some questions about what you guys could do for, you know, the developers out there, because I am into the developing part of the whole, you know, space where I have to learn everything from scratch, because there aren't any like good tutorials out there. Nobody's teaching this kind of stuff, you know, how to actually, there are Solidity courses out there, right? But there aren't actually people out there telling you how to actually launch a token correctly, you know, from the get-go, how to develop your whole community, how to get a team going and stuff like that. So I think there's definitely a null space over there where there's not a lot of information out there, and people are, you know, just doing trial and error and stuff like that. So I don't know, because you guys were talking about how you're going to bring awareness into the space, right? But I think there's a lot of awareness that needs to be done on that side of the space as well. So just wanted to get your thoughts about that.
Yeah, so as far as that goes, Rome wasn't built in a day, and our guy Haas always says that Rome wasn't built in a day. If you find a project and you believe in it, and you start and you find and you connect with the right people, things happen. This whole project came together in literally like one afternoon after getting banned from that chat. It was, and it was 9 days after that we launched, and we are day 10 in, and we're already, you know, over a 30 million market cap. And my whole plan for this was to do a stealth launch, not to let anyone know about it, and just launch it and let the market decide. But that didn't happen. Everyone wanted to, you know, be a part of this and everything. So as far as the dev goes, we had the same issue, Saeed. We were working with a few other like kind of consultants as well, to help us launch, because I've never launched a coin, and I don't believe anyone on our team has launched a coin. So we reached out to a consultant, Dejani, who's actually on this chat, who assists us with you know, the launching of the coin and the mechanics and the locking of all that stuff, because that was stuff that was out of our realm. So Saeed, the best thing I can tell you, because I am not a coder. I would love to know how to code. I would love to be an amazing artist as well, because if I could do it all, I would. Honestly, it's one of those things that you have to rely on other people sometimes. And Saeed, my advice to you is to rely on people you trust. Look for people that are docs, look for people that have the best interests at heart, and look for people that believe in your vision. If they don't believe in your vision, if you're not seeing eye to eye, then you need to cut ties, because two guys coming together with different visions, it's not going to work. It never does. So that's my advice to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add to that. Those Solidity contracts, they have a lot of functions, and one mistake during launch can screw up the whole project. I mean, you're working with people money. We tested a few times. We noticed some issues. Then at the end, probably everyone knows that we delayed. It's because of that. Like if you're rushing, you're not testing and making sure you're playing with real life scenarios, you really can't take a risk on people money. It's very dangerous. And that's why we had consultants, we had people like Dejani, we all worked together, we tested a few times, even at the last minute we had issues. And it's not easy because not a lot of people understand those functions and how they're built. So one issue in them can lead to a big problem. But how we raise awareness in the future is we're gonna work a lot on that. But this is something to come in the future. I think we're focused on the rug relief stuff for now and raising awareness, and we're starting to do like some back end processes that we think other DOXX cryptos should do. We can teach them what to do, but we also need to start improving like our processes and define them until they become solid. So like at some point, I see us also providing consultancy to a DOXX project, but we're not there yet. No, it's one step at a time, like I always say to everyone.
I will add to that, and this goes back to my statement of the finite curve of DOXX domination that I like to trumpet. Right now, we have a lot of things right in front of us we have to do right, and we're going to do right. But one of my dreams in the future, you know, when we've really proven that we're here to stay and that we're a trustworthy project, is I do want us to be able to help people that are coming up that are prepared to fully dox themselves and get themselves within that finite curve. If they have a project they believe in, they're willing to be doxxed, they're willing to learn technical skills, and we're able to teach them, I want them to come along, because we alone cannot change the space. But the people we help change the space, we also have to make sure they're doxing themselves, they're being trustworthy, and they're being honest. And how we'll go about that is going to be determined in the future. But right now, we've got a lot to get right. We're doing everything we can to get it right. And we're doing a lot to try and educate people who for the first time may be buying their very first crypto with us. So I'm going to leave it at that from my end.
Thanks, David. Thanks, Haas.
Right. Small little thing to add. I just wanted to ask you guys, because you guys are now way experienced now. So what's the best model out there to launch a token? You know, there's stealth launches, pre-sales, you know, different applications, Uniswap, Pancake Swap. What do you guys think is like the perfect way to launch?
Well, that's going to depend on what your vision is and what it is that you want to build. We went with Ethereum because Ethereum is the most widely accepted platform. The gas fees suck, but it's, you know, you give and take. So really, it's one of those things that it depends on what you want to do. If you want to do a stealth launch, which was what I wanted to do originally, it didn't work out that way because the community has spoken and they wanted us to, you know, to do a fair launch and, like, you know, notify everyone and have everyone involved. And I was fine with that. We listened to the community. So what I would suggest you do, Saeed, is you know, think about what it is you want to launch, find the community, create a community, and ask your community. That's the best way, honestly.
Yeah, do we want to go over the serendipitous conglomeration that happened real quick? Give everyone a little, I think you started to. I was the second to last guy to come on board because I was being mouthy about V1 on some other respects, and they were kind enough to reach out to me and I was able to wow them. So since then I've been able to earn their trust and love, if sometimes they're aggravation at times, just because I like to run before I can walk at times, and I'm learning to be a lot, that I'm not the smartest person on the team, and I can trust and rely on other people, which has been something I haven't been able to do before, in my opinion.
Yeah, awesome, bro. So if there's no more questions, if anyone else has a question, I don't want to keep Katie, she's got a lot of things to do, I'm sure.
We all gotta grind the hustle, man. We all gotta make that money.
Yeah. So I guess that's it.
Okay, guys, well, we'll wrap that up then. Thank you so much for having me here for your AMA, and thank you for answering all my questions. It seems like you guys have such an amazing team and a really passionate one at that.
Thank you so much for hosting.
No problem.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, guys.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.